Good late mid-afternoon, I guess it is, ladies and gentlemen. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging in an apron while coming at you with thoughts of the day. I just thought I'd drop in 1 minute already. Having a little bit of an issue getting comfortable. At any rate, while I have you, of course, I will go over the live loungers since I have not mailed you the Thumbville News birthday package yet. So here's what's happening. Yesterday after the gig, I went over to Mom's, and I no sooner walked in than the phone was ringing, and I looked at the ID, and she said, "Oh, that phone's been ringing all day." And I looked and I said, "Well, it's Madeline Watson, a friend of the family for like 1,000 years. I think I've known them since I had to be like 10 or whenever they first moved here. I don't know when it was." Pausing again. There's somebody else who announces when she pauses too. It's Deb Della Piano, who I adore, by the way. I really like her. I'm sorry if you don't, but I like her. She's blunt. She really doesn't, she just tells it like it is, really, or how she feels it is, which is always good to do because we all censor ourselves a bit. I know I do, bigly. So, anyhow, the other day I was watching one of her videos, and she's said, "I have to go away for a few minutes and make a phone call." And, you know, she really didn't need to say because she can edit, you know, and then she made it come back in. All right, I'm done with that part. I said, "Mother, it's Madeline." She said, "Well, it couldn't be Madeline because Madeline has had a lot of health issues in the past couple of years, and one of them is the dementia. And so she, you know, wouldn't be calling Mom, but somebody from her house would be." So, of course, Madeline has passed away is the point of the story on Friday, and it was her daughter calling Mother yesterday to let her know. But evidently, for those who know her, she was a chiropractor, Dr. Madeline Watson. Madeline Watson. Madeline, whatever. We called her Mad. And she was older than Mom. I think she was 96, but I could be wrong. And just a delightful, very artsy person. She was an artist. And but she went very peacefully, is what I wanted to tell anybody who might know her. And Sherry, the daughter, sounded very, I guess, relieved that she went in such a manner, so forth and so on. And they used hospice for the last few days. So for those who know of her, that's what happened, because they aren't going to have any kind of hours, evidently, or not right away. So that was sad. Mom started to cry, of course, because back in the day, I mean, they were always doing the dinner parties together and all that jazz and hanging. And Madeline would come into Mama Bear's, and she was an artist, as I said. And she painted this picture of Mom. It's a small one. I can't, you know, I'm holding the phone with the other hand, so, and I'm trying to hold still because I have the back brace and ice on my back. Anyhow, it's a small kind of oval picture, and it's Mom turning around at Mama Bear's, and it's called At Mama Bear's, and it really captured Mom. Not only, but she did Spencer when he was little, I'm going to say 4 years old, 3, and she just took a picture that I had, and she put in some furniture that wasn't ours, like wicker and stuff, although we did have wicker at the time, but it was just a different kind. Boy, what is going on with the road? People are traveling on a road. It's very strange. And he had a cowboy boot near him or something. She made it like he was getting into the cowboy boot. It's a portrait. I'll show it to you sometime when I can maneuver a little bit better. But she did that free of charge to go take it to shows with her so she could display it and people could understand what abilities she had to capture their child. Wow. So at any rate, she's just been a staple here for many, many years. And it's really sad, but evidently it's also, you know, it's a relief as well, because when people don't know you or know themselves or remember their kids and all, it's just depressing. So that's what happened yesterday. And then Mother and I wasn't sure if she'd really want to cook the Tartarian stew, but she did. So we cooked that together, and really that's the news of the day, I guess. So I suppose I will go over the live gig participants with you, ladies and gentlemen. We had Pat Hacker, Lost One, Vesper, Watcher, Baby Cakes, Babel. That was the birthday girl, woman. Jean, haven't seen Jean in 1,000 years, and there she was, back in the lounge. She lives in Costa Rica. Osama, Washington Weed Reviews popped in. Jilly, National Progressive. Natural Progressive. The other Judy Truitt is actually how that goes. Woke Smoking, Aila, Becky Walls, total Becky Walls, not partial. This Old Stoner, which could probably describe half of the lounge. Deadhead, Elsewhere, who won the bonus question. I still need to hear from Elsewhere. Cloudy Sunshine, Vegematic Basil, and Mark Damon. Those are your live loungers. One moment, my throat's dry. So currently what I have going on here, ladies and gentlemen, is I took spaghetti squash and I have them in the oven, roasting, baking, whatever you call it. What is the difference? For 1 hour and 375, just the squash. No cutting, no doing whatever. I stabbed it wildly, which was very therapeutic. Like you do a potato. And then in it went, there's several in my oven, and I walked over to Mother's and put several in hers, because later we will scoop that stuff out and put it in this freezer deal that we got that like sucks all the air out wildly, and then it seals it up. I don't know what it's called, Excalibur or something. It's wild. So that's what's happening. And then we have a bunch of cabbage. I had to go to Al's Melons and get cabbage today because our cabbage crop didn't come in that terrifically, really. We have a few cabbage heads. They're not really cabbage heads, they're more like cabbage clusters. But I got 10 cabbage heads, and we're going to do sauerkraut. And of course, people were very nice to carry things to the car, and then I had to carry them into the house. One head at a time, sweet Jesus. You know, one day at a time, sweet Jesus, by that, whoever sang it. I think I'm done. Good gravy, I've gone on long enough. I'm not going to get up and get the book, War is a Racket. I was going to bring my extra copy out here, but I didn't. So, that's really it. Just, I can't think of another thing to tell you. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Join me, join others, drop your political identities, let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge, and remember, war is a racket. Don't take my word for it. Check out General Smedley Butler and what he had to say on that particular topic. Bye-bye.